welcome back to Whispers of Turkish Stars. I hope you're all doing well and taking care of yourselves. Today we have a topic that has rocked Turkish showbiz and rippled across fan communities worldwide, pulling two beloved names into a storm no one wished for. We're talking about a media frenzy that has put Ozan Baba and Sinem under a microscope in the most invasive way possible. As you saw in the title, the conversation tonight revolves around the alleged leak of private, intimate photos connected to this intensely followed couple. It's a sensitive subject, and we'll approach it with care and respect while also addressing what's circulating and the ripple effects it's having. Before we dive into the heart of it, a small reminder: your support keeps this space alive. If you haven't done it yet, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our updates here on Whispers of Turkish Stars. Your encouragement means everything to us and fuels our work to bring you the most talked about stories and the most thoughtful perspectives on what's happening in entertainment. Let's move to the story that exploded in the last several hours, creating a tidal wave of reactions across social media and the press. The conversation centers on an alleged leak of personal material associated with Ozan Baba and Sinem. For anyone new to their names, Ozan is celebrated for his magnetic screen presence and layered performances, and Sinem has earned global affection for her bright, grounded charisma and powerful acting. Both are cherished by audiences in Turkey and far beyond, and their bond, first noticed when they worked together and then fed by the warm way they speak about each other, became a point of fascination for fans. Their on-screen synergy melted seamlessly into public admiration, turning them into one of the most discussed couples both in the industry and online. Unfortunately, the spotlight often brings moments that feel anything but glamorous. According to what's been swirling across platforms, intimate photos and videos alleged to involve Ozan and Sinem began surfacing and then spreading. As soon as the images started to circulate, the internet erupted. Fan pages, comment threads, and trending sections caught fire. Those who adore the couple, famous for fierce loyalty and heartfelt support, responded with disbelief, anger, and deep concern. Many have voiced solidarity with Ozan and Sinem, condemning the leak as a profound violation of privacy and dignity. Hashtags with their names have been climbing trends lists, a sign of just how far-reaching and emotional this moment is. As of this recording, neither Ozan, Sinem, nor their representatives have issued a formal statement verifying the authenticity of what's been shared. Still, the speed of dissemination and the intensity of reactions suggest that, at the very least, the topic is being taken seriously at every level, from fan communities to mainstream outlets. And that is a reality of our digital world: information travels at lightning speed, often stripped of context, verification, or compassion. Across social platforms, we've seen posts that run the gamut, from unwavering messages of love and support for Ozan and Sinem, to heartfelt pleas for respect and restraint, reminding everyone that no level of fame cancels a person's right to private life. Commentators and fans alike have raised questions about the ethics of viewing, discussing, or sharing material obtained without consent. Calls for responsibility have grown louder, pushing back against the culture of curiosity that can, in moments like this, fuel harm. This conversation brings us to a broader issue: the reality that public figures are frequent targets of invasions made easy by modern technology. Smartphones are our constant companions, and while cameras and cloud backups are useful, they are also vulnerable. The importance of safeguarding personal data and practicing strong digital hygiene has never been clearer. This incident, no matter how it unfolds, underscores the vulnerability that anyone, celebrity or not, faces in an era where a private moment can be stolen and multiplied in minutes. But the responsibility isn't just technical, it's communal. Each of us has a role in curbing the spread of harm. Sharing or consuming content that violates someone's consent doesn't just carry legal risk. It carries moral weight. Campaigns that teach digital responsibility, that reinforce empathy, and that guide people away from harmful clicks, matter more than ever. It's crucial to step into Ozan and Sinem's shoes for a moment and imagine the emotional shock, the stress, and the sense of exposure they might be experiencing. Beyond headlines, there are human hearts at the center of this. Media attention, of course, multiplies the pressure. Fame can be radiant, but it is also relentless. Ozan and Sinem's private world, already a subject of fascination for their followers, now finds itself at the center of a test we wouldn't wish on anyone. For the sake of their well-being, we hope they navigate this chapter with the support of their families, their teams, and the fans who truly care about them as people first. The consequences of a story like this can be varied. On one hand, it can spark meaningful debate about tighter protections for personal data and stronger safeguards for public figures whose every move is watched. On the other, it can invite even more scrutiny, which some mistake for a right simply because someone is famous. That mindset is neither fair nor humane. What matters most now is honoring how Ozan and Sinem choose to handle the situation, respecting their wishes, and giving them space to breathe. It's also essential to remember that the internet's first draft of any story is rarely complete. Rumors can move faster than facts. Even when images appear convincing, we should wait for official clarifications before we jump to conclusions. In this case, while outrage over a potential privacy breach is understandable and justified, it's wise to resist the urge to share, speculate, or add fuel to the fire until something concrete is said by those directly involved. Sadly, incidents like this are not unique. From Hollywood to Istanbul, similar events have revealed just how fragile privacy can be once content is digitized. That's why platforms, authorities, and community leaders need to keep working together to create systems that punish violations, remove stolen media swiftly, and educate users so that empathy eclipses voyeurism. Protecting identity and private life isn't just a legal question. It's a cultural one, shaped by what we choose to reward with our attention. To zoom back out, what's happened here is a deeply regrettable turn that thrusts Ozan Baba and Sinem Unsal into a harsh spotlight, centered on alleged intimate leaks that no one should ever have to confront. The overwhelming majority of fans have been supportive, speaking up against the violation and urging others not to participate in spreading it. Meanwhile, a renewed conversation about data protection, consent, and the ethics of distributing personal material has taken shape, as people ask tough, necessary questions about the boundaries we must uphold. I want to thank you for spending time with us and for listening carefully. We hope this conversation has given you a clearer picture of what's happened, what's still uncertain, and why it matters how we react. Tell us what you think. How should the public handle stories like this? Do you believe fame changes the right to privacy? Share your thoughts in the comments, respectfully, thoughtfully. Your perspectives help shape a community that values empathy and decency above clicks and gossip. If you found this video helpful, please like it, pass it along to someone who needs to hear this message, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss future updates from Whispers of Turkish Stars. We'll continue to follow this story carefully and responsibly, and if Ozan or Sinem choose to speak, we'll bring you those details with the care they deserve. Until then, let's keep our focus on humanity over curiosity, and kindness over spectacle. Now, as we close, a final thought. Moments like these are a litmus test for the culture we're building online. We can be the reason a damaging story gets louder, or the reason it stops in its tracks. We can lean into the urge to peek. Or we can look away, remembering that everyone deserves a door they can close. For Ozan and Sinem, that door has been pushed open by strangers. The least we can do is help them shut it again. For those wondering about immediate next steps, remember, verifying sources matters. Screenshots can be manipulated. Timestamps can lie. But the harm of a click is always real. Whether the material turns out to be genuine or fabricated, the respect we show right now sets the tone for whatever comes next. If there's a statement from their teams, if there's a legal move, or if there's a quiet period where they regroup, we'll take our cues from them and keep the conversation anchored in compassion. To the fans who flooded timelines with love, your messages echo louder than the noise. To those tempted to search, pause. Ask if curiosity today could become regret tomorrow. And to everyone listening, let's build a space where people, especially those who give us art, comfort, and escapism, are allowed to be human without fear that their most private moments will be turned into public currency. We're keeping a close eye on developments, but our promise remains the same: no sensationalism, no sharing of stolen content, and no rush to claim certainty where there isn't any. Just thoughtful reporting, careful context, and, above all, empathy for Ozan Baba and Sinem Unsal. Thank you for being here, for caring, and for choosing kindness when it counts most. Stay safe, take care of your digital spaces, and we'll see you in the next video right here at Whispers of Turkish Stars.